It doesn't matter what the right or the left said. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is why these people actually give their lives.
I mean, if I die, everything just goes away. How would you, if you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith in my life.
For everyone coming against Charlie Kirk now that he's dead and bringing up this quote from 2023, please understand that you are not pointing out irony. You're proving his point. You're proving the point that he put his life on the line every single day to defend what he said and everything that he believed. So you're not dismantling the movement. You're emboldening it, because the ultimate truth that Charlie died for was that if everyone could accept Jesus Christ into their heart, no one would ever pull the trigger of a gun ever again. Why? Because the 10 Commandments, just like everything else in the Bible, are a promise from God to you. Everything in the Bible works this way. Hell is just a promise from God to you that the evil that's come against you in your life won't win. The 10 Commandments are the same. The 10 Commandments are a promise from God to you that you're made in his image and that you don't have to resort to sin to get what you want. You don't have to lie. You don't have to cheat. You don't have to steal. You don't have to commit murder to get what you need or want out of life. Why? Because the first commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart. And when you develop the habit of coming to God first, God continues to provide for you everything that you need. Matthew 7:7, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened for you. And when you develop the habit of coming to God first with the things that are weighing you down, Matthew 11:28 tells us that Jesus said, come to me, all who are burdened and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Jesus will relieve you of your burdens. Whether it be the evil that's coming against you in your life or the evil that you feel is pulling at you to commit sin, you need to acknowledge God's presence in your life. You need to acknowledge him in your struggle, and in your private moments, you need to say, God, this is what I'm facing. This is what I'm dealing with. I need your help. God is with you in your suffering. He is with you in your struggle. And when you acknowledge him, it gets a lot easier to bring your burdens to him. Because the thing that most people don't understand is what Jesus was saying when he said, love your enemies and turn the other cheek. Both the good that comes to and from you and the bad that comes to and from you is not about you. I really hope that believers resonate with this. When someone sins against you, it's not about you. You can't take it personally. The Bible tells us that a man's glory comes from overlooking offenses, because the truth is that the devil doesn't care about you or about me at all. The devil hates God. The devil knows that God loves you and I. So when we sin against each other, we're not just hurting one another, it's a sin against God. That's the only way that Satan can win, is when we follow this desire to sin against our neighbor. Because the same pride that you have when someone sins against you and you think, gosh, it's all about me. This person doesn't like me. They're committing wrongs against me. It's the same pride that the devil used to convince Adam and Eve to eat the apple. It's the same pride the devil used to convince Cain to kill Abel. It's the same pride the devil used to convince Judas to sell his soul for 30 pieces of silver. And it's the same pride that you and I use to justify our actions against our neighbors that have committed wrongs against us. Stop doing that. Jesus calls us to love one another because he knows that we are caught in a spiritual crossfire that we were never meant to add to or make worse. When you actually live that out, it's a blessing. When you actually live your life like that, it's a peace that surpasses understanding. It is the ultimate embodiment of your faith in what Jesus Christ said. He said that no matter what evil comes against you in this life, everything will be okay. He said that no matter what happens, it's gonna be all right because he's already handled it. It is finished. All we have to do is trust him and love one another. And that's exactly what Charlie Kirk died for. That's exactly what all of the apostles died for. That's exactly what Jesus himself died for. Because in John 14:6, when Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, no one comes to the Father except through me, Jesus didn't come down and say that to brag about it. He didn't come down and say that for his own benefit. He came and he said that to us for our benefit, because the only thing that he got out of it was that he got killed, which also was for our benefit. He came and he died in our place to get up in our faces to show us that death is not the end. And from the outside looking in, you probably think, wow, all of these people throughout history have died for nothing. When you read the Bible, you realize that when you give your life to Christ completely, great is your reward in heaven. That's what it tells you. So if you don't believe in heaven, yes, all of these people look crazy, but the truth is that Charlie died for this belief. The apostles died for this belief, and Jesus died for this belief. They all died for you. They all died so that you would know the truth. It doesn't matter what the bullet said if it actually had something engraved in it. It doesn't matter what the right or the left said. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is why these people actually give their lives. It's for you. It's for your benefit.
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith.